What up, everybody? Peace, peace, peace. It's Indigenous Realist, the motherfucking realist, back in the booth. I'm gonna dive straight in. We've been hearing, just notice what I'm saying, hearing. We've been hearing about black people die, black men being killed, and different deaths around the United States or whatnot, in the different areas, in the different territories. Terror, like terror, fear, territories. So they have to create a fear to rule these places. They have to create a fear to rule these places. So this is a territory you're living in. But anyway, we're hearing about deaths. But those are the deaths that you hear. Remember who the news caters to. Remember who the news was created by. Remember who runs the news. And remember that news is just propaganda. So these are the deaths that you hear, but you don't hear about the deaths, the other deaths. And look, if we're so quick to riot, I hope y'all didn't think this was finna be some kind of uncivilized. I hope y'all didn't think this was gonna be some kind of uncivilized call to action, because it's not. I find that behavior, I find that destruction in that behavior totally unacceptable and totally uncivilized. I find that behavior damaging to the black people and um, just black people in general, no matter what tribe, no matter what school of thought, no matter what geographical location. That type of behavior is uncivilized. They're laughing at us. They're laughing at us. They see us right. That's not a damn riot. I never seen a fire burn so evenly and so y'all seen that police station catch on fire? That was a beautiful work of theater, street theater. That was a beautiful example of a minute scale of the Twin Towers. How they like to demolition their own buildings. That was a great demolition videos. That was a great demolition clip. I want to see it from start to finish. Let me see that fire burn start to finish. But anyway, like, what is that doing? Like, what is that doing? Anyway, let me get to the build though. That was just the intro. That was just the intro straight out the dome. Yeah, street theater. Peace, Abo G Chaka Khan. Peace, family, Fanny Millioness. How y'all sisters doing today, man? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, man. I'm just coming off live stream ban, and we about to get in. We about to get it in. Peace and love to you too, Gretchen Ham. How are we, sis? Man, it's great to have that feminine energy. Them sisters in here, them strong sisters. Y'all who make up the community, whether y'all know it or not. Um, let's go. So my first point is false flags. False flags. These are used. I don't know if you heard the term, but I'm gonna break the term down as false flags are something that's publicly given. It's propaganda that's given to the the population or the mass majority of people who pay attention to those type things. It's a false flag. It's a piece of propaganda that's given to them to create a certain reaction or to create a certain emotion or to stimulate a certain course of action. That's what a false flag is. That's the purpose of a false flag. And when you hear about something happening, you got to realize you're dealing with a false flag, because media is suppressed and you're only going to hear about the things that they allow you to. Notice that indoctrination is an ongoing thing. Your radio station is indoctrinating you, or they wouldn't be on the radio. It goes, see, we think indoctrination is just the church, it's just the school, but it's the television shows, it's the spookism, it's the different things. But a lot of that is all in the build, y'all. If y'all don't know how I've been building lately, I got a bunch of points written. I usually put them in the description, but right now they're just written. So I'm gonna go point by point, man, and it's gonna be a great build. No matter how many people come to the live, or no matter how many views I get, the people who need to hear a certain part of the message gonna hear it. You know what I'm saying? And take from it what you can and spit out the seed, spit out the core. Now, built up energy. These riots, these little riots are protests. I call them peaceful protests. That's peaceful protest that they're doing. When you're talking about a death, when you're talking about a death, whether it's your family or it's any human. When you're talking about a human death, that is an atrocity. We are supposed to die naturally, and we are living in an unnatural state. So it's an atrocity every time you see a death. When someone dies of cancer, we should be having a riot. When someone dies of a heart attack, we should be having a riot. When someone dies of dehydration, we should be having a riot, because they're tampering with your food and you're not doing anything about it. They're tampering with your mind and you're not doing anything about it. They're making you pay for water and you're not doing anything about it. And you want to tell me that you want to riot and act like a uncivilized animal when someone dies? No, that is, but it's not our fault. That is built up energy. That's why the second point at the false flag, they give you a false flag, and that is to create a certain reaction. But in this case, it created a reaction, and um, it also gave a release for pent up energy. What is the built up energy? The built up energy is that it is in our nature. This build is going to be about nature, human nature, about divine nature. It is in our nature to be free. It is in our nature to have free will. It is in our nature to decide for ourselves if we want to go in public, to decide for ourselves if we want to be isolated or socially distant. So the energy for these riots was already there. If y'all following along with what I'm saying, the energy was there. The intent wasn't there. The intent of the people is not even known, because we don't even think. We're being steady influx with nothing but propaganda, and then we circulate the propaganda because we're caught up in it too. If y'all ever notice, whenever something happens on a major basis, I don't ever speak on it. I don't do no videos on it. I sit back and I just want to hear I don't even watch the news or watch the videos, other stuff. I just like to hear what the people get from it. I like to know the sense of the people, because that's the real state of the union, that unity of self, that unity of mind. You know what I'm saying? Forget what the media is telling you. They're mediating a response. They're mediating the information. They're putting themselves as a middleman for the information. You're never gonna get it. Get it straight from the horse's mouth. And we're the only ones being worked like horses, being kept in a stable like an animal. There's things to riot over. This food, the GMOs, the atrocity of making us pay for natural resources, this slave system of work and debt, work debt, and this debt, the inhumanity of debt in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like they can say what they want about Islam, but I learned of a principle called riba through Islam, and that's the forgiveness of debt. When you have a debtor, when you're the debtor and you have someone in debt, it's on your moral compass to know when this person just can't pay, and hey, I'm just going to release that debt, because that debt creates a mental stress. That debt creates a black hole that people can't escape out of, and so that's inhumane. The whole principle and the whole concept of debt is inhumane. Okay, let's get on. So there are things to riot over. There's things to riot over, but one death, nah. But let's go. Laughing, killing innocent people, laughing and having fun, screaming, fuck police. Yeah, that's all it is. It's childish. I watched at least 17 minutes from the looters themselves. Yeah, no, those aren't looters. Yeah, those are looters. Those aren't rioters. Those are opportunists. Those are opportunistic people who are taking advantage of the sincere anger, hurt, and raw emotion that individuals have behind this death. There are sincere people, misguided people who are rioting. There are sincere people who are participating in these acts, and that's only because of their own fallacy. That's only because of their own ignorance, and they can't be blamed for that. Woe to the man that started it. Woe to the agent provocateurs. Let me teach y'all something about a riot. I haven't lived through none of them. I participated in plenty riots in prison, plenty riots in jail and juvenile, plenty riots. So I've been in riots where your actual life was in danger, riots where one group of people are trying to kill you because you don't belong to that group of people. If you just come in, hit the like button, share, grab you a little bit and go if you got to, but just hit the like button. Let us know you was up in here. Um, but so I know what it is. I'm speaking from experience. I know what a riot is. A riot is something serious, and a riot doesn't stop till the until your goal is met. We don't have goals. There's no unity. It's just chaos. And then you get those looters who are just taking advantage of the real, sincere people who want to do something, who want to experience a change. Not make a change, not work towards a change, but experience a change. That means we want to make a change happen now in the present. We want to live. People think that change has to come after death, or change has to come after you, or you aren't worthy enough to see change. You can make a change. You make a difference. One person makes a difference. Every decision you make every day of your life could be your last decision, or it can affect the rest of your life. Every decision affects the rest of your life. Every decision is a serious decision. If you just come in, hit the like button. I'm finna get back to the bill. Comment whatever you want. I'm gonna be checking the comments frequently. Peace to the gods, male and female. Peace to the gods. Peace to the tribe. I love myself. I love my people. Now, I'm just trying to stop a lot of unnecessary deaths. I'm just trying to stop a lot unnecessary martial law that's finna come. I told y'all martial law was coming in 2018, 19. I just told y'all like it'll be in 2020. They're gonna pull it. They gave it to you in the soft core form. They gave you martial law in the soft core form via stay at home, shelter in place, quarantine. They gave you martial law. You ain't seen nobody die, but you heard about it, and you get so mad. This is something I know about black people. They will defend propaganda harder than anyone else. You can't tell a black person the truth. If a black person doesn't hear it coming out of another shade of tone of person who they feel from an inferiority complex, from a peace fly birdie. Thanks for coming to the invitation. Black people, through an inferiority complex, we naturally feel like there's no shades of, like, there's no one from a. Somebody flagged the video, man. They gonna flag me. They've been doing this. I've been off live stream restriction for almost 2 weeks. They gonna flag me and they gonna suppress my information, but I don't care. I'ma say what's right. I'ma speak the truth. I'ma do it in a civilized manner. These riots are uncivilized. We are behaving like caged animals, and that's because we are. And that's a natural reaction. We have been caged. We have been put on martial law and told that it's because of some virus. We've been deceived in plain sight, and now they're creating. Damn. I'm gonna stick to the build, man. Comment if you up in here. They keep flagging the video. Some haters in here flagging the video. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, and man, just I'm gonna keep on with the build, man, because I'm gonna say what's right just for the sake of it being right. I don't make any money from YouTube. I ain't doing this because anybody paid me. I'm gonna say what's right. That shit is say, man, when a guy get on the screen talking about real black empowerment and real giving some real news that black folks can use, they gonna flag. Yeah, they gonna flag. Peace, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going with the big one. They ain't stopping no show. They ain't stopping no show. The Most High reveal shit, and it's gonna get revealed regardless. Now look, let's go. The built up energy. The built up energy is coming from them sanctioning us and practicing tyrannical in the form of telling us a shelter at home and telling us that we can't leave our own house, that we can't congregate in any form of fashion that we want to congregate. So there's your built up energy for these riots. You're not rioting because this man died. You're not behaving uncivilized, stealing. I'm a hustler. I never condone in stealing. I never been a thief. But anyway, I never been a thief. But anyway, that is uncivilized behavior, and that is just painting a picture, a world view of how ignorant these black folks is, how dangerous these black folks is, how uncivilized these black folks is. When you do things like that, that's what you're painting that picture. They're not saying blacks are the blacks are a rebellious people. They stand up for their own. You're not standing up for your own. You're releasing this energy that they built up in you by telling you to shelter in place. Like let's put the energy where it's needed at. let's really build. Like, let's really see why we are mad. Why are you mad? You know how someone picks an argument with somebody, but they're mad about something old. They're mad about something else, but they act like they're creating a argument to about something small or infinitesimal, like something little. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. The fallacy of black power. See, and that's the fallacy of black power. That's the fallacy of black power is the feeling that you're just gonna you love black so much that you're just gonna behave and act in any kind of way, or that you have to do a certain type thing, or things can get done only one type of way, that you're not good enough to do things that not black people do. Do you get what I'm saying? And when the things like that, like things like this, let me give y'all this brief little insight lesson experience of my own, and I'm gonna get back to the bill. I'm sticking to the bill though. I don't care if they flag me 1,000 times. I'm sticking to the bill. All praises be to the Most High. But they like me, for example, I talk proper. How I was brung up, my experience, and and what I went through in life isn't a reflection of my speech. My whether y'all don't know that, my genetics is how I talk, It has nothing to do with what school I attended to. It has nothing to do with anything but me being a civilized man. So anyway, when I was younger, they used to tell me, hey, you they shame, look, they shame the youth. I'm gonna get impersonal. They shame the youth these days for being intelligent. They shame the intellect and boost the fool. Have y'all noticed that? They promote the fool and shame the intellect. Like, that's why you see my information and my channel being suppressed. I got 5,600 subscribers, bro. And you telling me that my videos don't even hit 100? They shame the intellect and boost the fool. They suppress the intellect and boost the fool. They suppress the Most High and boost the devil. Just peep game. Just peep that, and it's all a game. Anyway, look, the fallow. So anyway, we the youth as we bring up our children. We bring up the youth as thinking it's bad to be civilized. It's a bad thing to be civilized. It's a bad thing to seek mental enrichment, to seek cultural refinement. I'm just culturally refined. I'm just a reflection of your higher self. I'm just a culturally refined mind. My genetics is, you get what I'm saying? Our genetics. Let me see. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep building, man. I don't wanna go too far, y'all. I could just wrote down one point. I could have just had one point and went all day. But I'm trying to be more versatile, man. Anyway, so that's the fallacy of black power. Just the fallacy of black power, I would define it as there's no right guidance. There's no right propaganda. There's no literature. There's no cultural refinement. That's the fallacy of black power. All you can do is get on camera and say black power and incite that inside of people. And now they studied this. Look, when these black leaders spring up in the world, the government is studying us. We are a new creature to the world. This is a new world that they conquered. This is a whole different world, bro. The earth wasn't on their galaxy chart until they found it. Do you get what I'm saying? When they say it's a new world, and they say that it's a new earth, and they say that Christopher Columbus discovered this place, bro, they did. To known knowledge, this place didn't exist. Wake up. If you say you're aboriginal, you say you're indigenous, know that these people don't know anything about you except what you tell them. Know that everything under the sun hasn't been done. That's just what they tell you. They want to act like, come on, man. There's a reason why all these sports didn't come into existence except in America. Why are these sports only in? Why is the inventions of America like sports? Why did sports have to come about after Columbus? Why did technology have to come out after Columbus? Why did locomotion have to come out after Columbus? Why did Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, do y'all really get what I'm saying? Why did the form of educational system, um, pre-K through 12, why did that have to come into fruition after Columbus? So if y'all saying y'all indigenous, if you saying you're a part of the original tribes and people who dwell land, then know that these people don't even know anything about you, and they know that they're dealing with a wildfire that they're keeping contained, but they're running out of fire suppressant. Do you get what I'm saying? So they create these false flags. Going back up to the first point, they create these false flags to let you release that built up energy. Do you get what I'm saying? You have built up energy, bro, because your nature rebels against the suppression of free will. When we were given free will, our nature, that is our nature. If you want to know the nature of man, woman, child, that's free will. So when you have a rebellious child, they're rebelling to you, not to nature. They're going with nature's course set out to them because you were rebel. See, they shame nature. They shame nature. Nature is being shamed constantly. European culture is being forced on us constantly. If I had my shirt off right now in this build like usual, people will be thumbing down the video and they'll be saying, they'll be flagging the video even more because nature is suppressed constantly, and it's because of the wicked thoughts of the people. With this culture, why did this system of law not come into existence until post Columbus? Like, man, y'all wake up, man. Y'all wake up. These people creating these laws and everything is being made up as it go. They're doing it off the wing. They're winging it here. They're winging it here. They're winging it here, and it's starting to unravel and come unfold because they they now have a ruler of the corporation of the United States of America, Inc. They now have a ruler who doesn't want to play by the rules of his father and mother, who wants to create his own game, who wants to create his own legacy, and now he's unraveling this great deception. He's taking off the hoodwink, and he's taking off the. All y'all got to do is start look inside self. Stop looking outwards and look inside self. But let me keep on with the build, man. Let me keep on with the build. Drop a one or a comment or a like. Let me know if you up in here. Let me know if I ain't greeted you already. Let me see. So that's the fallacy of black power. Just so much raw energy and raw potential just just summed up in one word, block. That's all you know, block. Anyway, let's go. Um See, I say on the next point I say I stand for black empowerment. Forget black power. If y'all see I'm trying to work on my cursing, forget I'm in my Hancock stage because I'm Hancock. You know what I'm saying? I'm Hancock. I just look like a bum. I'm really Hancock. I'm just trying to stay under these folks' radar. You know what I'm saying? I'm just staying under these folks' radar. I'm just Hancock. But anyway, so I'm working on being a better people person. But that ain't what I'm here for. I'm gonna give you the raw facts. I'm gonna give you the truth in a way that you can understand it coming from a person that understands you. Period. Period. Let's go. Let's go. I say I stand for black empowerment. Now, okay, what's the difference? I know y'all say Sebi. What's the difference from black power versus black empowerment? Ain't that the same thing? No. Black empowerment is saying that I want the people to be empowered. Black power is saying that you're giving all the power to this word. Do y'all get it? Like phonetics, people are so quick to say words or spells or be careful of curses and word spells and things like that. But look at the phonetics of it and just know that the thing is so mote it be. So you speak and so there it is. So when you're saying black power, you're just giving power to this deaf culture, this culture that was created. You got to know black is a real thing. It has nothing to do with color. Black is a status. Black is a state of mind. I ain't going into that legalese. The Moors be kicking. They ain't got it neither. They got to know that black is a state of mind. Black is a culture. And it's like if people are gonna use it. Look at that lizard, y'all. Y'all see that lizard? Look at that lizard. Somebody's gonna tell me how you out in nature, bro. You not in nature, bro. You ain't seen a lizard wherever you at, nigga. Look, y'all see I'm trying to throw grass at it, make it move. It's blended in right there, look. I'll grab it. I'm out here, y'all. I'm really out here. I'm finna try to get it. It's a gecko. Now I ain't gonna mess with that man. He out here just enjoying nature like me. I ain't finna mess with that man. But oh, don't run up on me though, lizard. But anyway, y'all, let me get back to it. So what did I say? I say I stand for black empowerment. I want to see the people empowered. What rules? Where they're gonna have to just keep flagging me. They're gonna have to keep flagging me, y'all. I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna build regardless. When I'm off cam, just know I'm building. Like I live, breathe, and talk this. Like I live, breathe, walk, talk, eat, defecate. Like this all I do. Like this all I do. Y'all won't believe it. If y'all knew my mind, y'all wouldn't even believe it. But anyway, look. So the difference between black power, okay, I built on the fact that black is just it's just a word. Like it's a culture. It's not just a word. It's a culture. It's a thing. It's a malleable force. Like it's something created. It's a construct that was created for a sole purpose of a thing. So when you step into that bound of that construct, when you identify yourself as black or you step into due bounds of that certain construct, you gotta rock with it. You can't change the system. You can't change a system through brute force. You can't change a system. What you do is navigate through the system. So if you're gonna fall under that, if you're gonna fall under that category, you're gonna place yourself in that box. Know what the box is, and know if you're in bounds of that box, stay in due bounds of it. How the hell you gonna? Anyway, let's go. I ain't trying to get flagged no more. But look, all skin folk aren't kinfolk. The next point I got is all skin folk aren't kinfolk. Y'all hear that thrown around loosely, but let me show you how I define that or how I see that. How I see that. When I say all skin folk aren't kinfolk, that means these people may be the same color spectrum as you. They may look like you. They could be your blood family. Like the mind is what unites us or separate us. The unity is of like-minded people. Y'all know I've been saying that for years. Like-minded. I build with like-minded people, and that's why I'm not cutting back on my content. I'm not gonna waste my time. The name of this bill was really called "Stop Wasting Your Time, Black People," or is that what it's called? I don't even remember what the name of the video is called, but it's called "Stop Wasting Your Time, Black People." That's how I wrote this bill. That's how I came up with these points, and I came up with them right before I pressed the live button. And I'm expounding on them as I go. This straight winging. I ain't got no notes. All I got is the starting statement, and then I'm expounding on how I reflect that. So just check me out. Now I say the fallacy of black power. I stand for black empowerment. Okay, look, all skin folks aren't kin folks. They can get inside a laboratory and make anything these days. They can't create a mind because they can't study the mind. Let me slow down. They're constantly studying the mind, but they can't see the mind. They can't touch the mind. They can manipulate it, but they can't do it through raw force because the mind will be broken. The mind breaks, but it can always be healed. Something that's broken can be fixed as long as it's not destroyed. They have to put the light out of that mind. I'm saying I had information. Man, I'm saying I got a spark in me. Just check me out. I got a spark in me that I feel like the most mental dead person can be woken up. I'm saying this spark, this all spark. Think Transformers, and it's all spark. And you got it too. Or you wouldn't be, you get what I'm saying? Someone sparked your journey of consciousness. I'm saying I know my lineage of consciousness, and I know where my spark came from, and my spark pure came from the most high. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I must have if y'all noticed, they only glitch in the video. They only flag in the video whenever I start talking about black economics. Whenever I start talking about just peak game. But anyway, let's go. Where I'm at. All skin folk aren't kinfolk. It's the mind. It's the mind. If people don't think, they can look like you, they can act like you, they can talk like you, but how these folks think? Like, stop surrounding yourself by people who don't think like you, because the mind, we're gonna get further than that. It's further on the bill. I know And it's further on the bill, y'all. Peace. I ain't gonna skip ahead, but I be ready to go straight in. But look, okay, look, all skin folks aren't kinfolk. Okay, and I say different tribes. Look, when I say different tribes, I mean mental tribes. The ones that keep building with Indigenous Realist, the ones that tap in on me, the ones that email me, the ones that message me, the ones that check in on me, the ones that respond and he calls, the one that hear my distress call, the ones that see the sincerity in me and the love I have for my people. That's my tribe. What did Jesus look? The prophet Isa, who we call Jesus, the Christ. When the Christ was on the earth, his followers were with him. His little tribe was with him, and they say, Jesus, there go your mother and your brother. He say, man, that ain't my mother and my brother. The ones, I'm paraphrasing. He say the ones that that walk with me, the ones that think like I think. Basically, look at that story of when Jesus seen his mother and brother in the courtyard, and he told the disciples that they were his mother and brother, because that's what it is, man. The mind separates us. Genetics ain't got shit to do with anything. Genetics is the frequency you're born with. That's your nature. That's your innate ability. Your genetics is your innate ability. That has nothing to do with family. Family is a mental thing. Family is a mental unity. That's what it's about. Now, let's go. Let's go. I say different tribes. Yeah, so your tribe, which is family, uh, it's a mental thing. So I already built on that. Let's go. Let's go. I say everyone is a student. Everyone is a student. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, okay. I'm skipping ahead. I'm trying to look ahead. But after different tribes, I say everyone is a student. What do you mean by that, Sebi? When I say everyone is a student, every being, every mind, every consciousness that is walking this plane that we call Earth right now, walking this frequency, walking this dimension with us, we are all learning every second of every day, every tick of every clock you're learning. Learning is a consistent thing. You learn every second of every day. You are a student, whether you realize it or not. The subconscious is learning. It's just a computer, because when you spawn, when you're birthed out of that canal, that womb, that heaven's gate, when you're born out of that womb, you know nothing. And the remember I said the nature of man, woman, and child is free will. The nature of higher consciousness is information and wisdom and learning and knowledge. That is the nature of higher consciousness. So that consciousness is what rules. And when a child, when a baby first comes out the womb, it's consciousness that rules us. We're ruled by the higher self, not the lower self. We pick up these lower self characteristics. It's from learned things. So get what I'm saying? You learn. You're born with higher self. You learn lower self. You're born into lower self, but you're not of lower self. You're higher self. You're higher consciousness placed into a materialistic vessel. You know what I'm saying? So you are what you naturally are, and that's higher consciousness. That's purity. That's love. That's life. That's happiness. That's peace. That's peace. So when I'm saying peace, I'm saying peace. I'm saying higher consciousness to you, because that's the only peace. All right, let's go. Let's go. What's up, Six Shades of Pink? What's up, Zoo Jones? Anyone else that's in here? Peace to y'all. But let me keep going. Let me keep going. And I am gonna be sectioning. I'm gonna section off this bill and drop it point by point too. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the people's attention span has been tampered with, and we don't sit down for story time no more. We don't sit down and learn information straight out of horse's mouth. Like, we have to get it piece by piece. You couldn't get the full blast if you wanted to. No one can stand. I don't think no one. Never mind. I don't doubt the limitations. I don't put limitations on my people. You know what I'm saying? On any mind, because I know the abilities of it. Anyway, let's go. Let's go. Different tribes. We talked about that. Tribe. Everyone is a student. We talked about that. You're learning. The algorithms. Look, I tell y'all constantly. I tell people constantly. I tell the virtual world and the literal world. We got to stop living in the virtual world and know that there is a material world going on. There is a spiritual world going on. There is an arcane world going on. So look, let's go. And there's a constant war for. Anyway, let's go. Everyone is a student. So when you see YouTube, Google, and other technologies or other systems or other I don't know what you call them, database systems or just what do you call it, artificial intelligence. When you so pardon yourself, when you see artificial intelligence, know that that is just a poor example, a poor replica of real intelligence, because they telling you that it's artificial intelligence. So while people are scared and going off the hype and the the propaganda of AI and artificial intelligence, just know that YouTube is artificial intelligence, Siri is artificial intelligence, Google, the first computer was artificial intelligence because it's copying the abilities. The mind is stronger than any computer. The most powerful computer on earth has nothing, and falls in pale comparisons to the mental mind. We are the most unique and most intelligent beings and things in this whole galaxy. Man, y'all gotta check out my video where I broke down what a galaxy and universe is, man. Y'all gotta catch up, man. But I ain't tripping. I ain't going nowhere. It's Sebi. I'm rocking out. I'll be here for however long the most I want me to be. Now look, everyone, let's go, let's go, let's go. Y'all will get it. Now look, everyone is a teacher. Bro, you can learn. Let me give you a life lesson. I've learned from I've seen some people that the world says is the most dumbest people in the world. I've learned from some dumb motherfucker. I learned from some. Look, you're gonna learn. Let me say it like this, because I'm censoring myself, man, because they keep flagging me. You can learn. Wait, forget that. I ain't gonna focus too much on it, because it's just common sense. If I break down, everyone is a student because we're constantly learning. That means you can learn from a damn rock. You stare at a rock long enough, you can learn. You stare at a damn tree long enough, you're gonna learn something. If you breathe, you take a breath, and you man, we learn constantly. That's why we have to watch what we're teaching ourselves, watch what our children are being taught, watch what kind of stuff we're feeding ourselves mentally. But I'm gonna get more on that in the build. That's one later. But look, after everyone is teachers rightly guided. Look, when I say rightly guided, when I say I'm rightly guided, does that mean I'm perfect? Nah. Does that mean that I don't make mistakes? Nah. But that does mean my higher self, my higher consciousness, when I'm in my intellectual bag, when I'm in my spiritual bag, I don't make mistakes. When I'm in my intellectual bag, I don't make mistakes. That's what I'm saying. Your higher self makes no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And that's being rightly guided. How do you get rightly guided? You got to create a moral compass inside yourself. What's being daily? What's being exploited monthly, weekly, yearly, lifelong? They're exploiting you lifelong. Your moral compass is being compromised. Your moral compass and your integrities are being traded for something finite. You get what I'm saying? You're infinite soul. Like, you talk about soul. Man, I got to build on that. I don't even think I threw soul inside this build, man. But just check it out, man. I'm consistent with this shit. But anyway, let's go. Rightly guided. So just know, rightly guided is your higher self, man. And just letting your moral compass. And we're going to get more on the moral compass later in the build. But let's go. I say intention is everything. Bro, if I'm right. No, I can't say that. Intention is everything. The next point is intention is everything, right? Bro, a lot of times, wait, no. Let me articulate my words more, bro, cuz like whenever I say something, I mean it in the most literal way. So if I say a certain thing, I mean it literally. I mean, take this and make a bank out of it. Forget take it to the bank and cash it. No, you take this information and you apply it, and it's gonna work. You take this and you apply it to a problem. Work. It's better than any calculator possible. It's better than any computer. It's better than any Google system. And I'm just saying, y'all probably have information for me that can be used like that, but because we are hesitant to unite minds and form mental tribes and factionalism because we don't build because we're socially distanced mentally. I don't even know half of y'all. I don't know half of y'all. That's why you see 5,000 subscribers and yet no one's active. It's because they never took the chance to even meet the orchestrator. But anyway, we'll talk more on that later. Let's go. Let's go. The company you keep. Wait, no, I say intention is everything. What does intention mean? I don't even want to build too much on that, man, because someone can take this intention build and that's a build in all in itself. I do that face to face in persons because I got to sense a person's intention before I even teach them about intention. That's crazy, right? That's how powerful some information can be, and some things you just can't propagate. Now look, the company you keep. You are a reflection of your worst friend. You're a reflection of your lowest friend. You're what a it's hard for me to form word. Like it's hard for me to put some of this because they random thought. I write down my random thoughts and I'm trying to build. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna move on. So if I run into it, I'm gonna move on. So look, your company you keep. As a matter of fact, I summed it up. I be over speaking. Look, the next point is company you keep, and what I gotta say on that is, you are a reflection of the worst of your friends. That's all I'm saying. You take that and you build on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm overdoing myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't get paid for this, but I am gonna bring the truth for free regardless. So you know what I'm saying? I get paid in other ways. You know what I'm saying? I get good paid and good energy coming back towards me. But anyway, look, the company you keep. Okay, now flip the script. Hurting yourself to help others. I'm gonna say everyone that's gonna hear this part of the bill has is guilty of hurting themselves. Okay, I must be getting to a strong point. They flagging me. I must be getting to a strong point. Now look, where I'm at hurting is everyone that's gonna hear this part of the bill gotta admit to you don't have to admit to me or yourself. I know because I'm a human. I'm a life. As I go, I'm learning every second of every day. And when I anyway, let's go. Let's go. We've all hurt ourselves to help others. Some of us don't acknowledge it, bro. You say I'm pure. I did that out of a good heart, bro. The best way to have a good heart is to love yourself. What is self-love? Self-love is self-preservation. Every being, when I say being, every being on this plane, in this dimension, has self-preservation. The natural order of things is to preserve yourself. And that's why rioting and other uncivilized acts, stealing and burning stuff up and destroying stuff, acting like animals, it's not self-preservation. That's not self-preservation. How do you go risk more lives? You go risk more lives because someone died. So we're gonna go risk our life. Like someone died, so let's go all die. Like let's not live for this person. We're gonna go die for this person. We're gonna go steal for this. You're shaming that death. You get what I'm saying? You're shaming that person. You're bringing shame to that person's death. Like that's a celebration. Like yay, you made it out of karma. You made it out of this karmic cycle. Yay! Like we should celebrate when people die, man. Like y'all, when I die, I want it to be a holiday, a celebration. I want people to be dancing, screaming, jumping that I finally made, escaped it out this karmic cycle. The only look, if y'all notice, the only sin they say in any school of thought, the only sin that is unforgivable is what? There's only one sin that's unforgivable if you partake. Or if you're familiar with the whole thing of sins and not or whatever, good and bad or evil and good, whatever those things are called. The only sin that's unforgivable is suicide. And why? It's because You no longer have a life to, you no longer can make sure that, basically what I'm saying, you're, instead of just pressing reset on the Nintendo, you're just taking the game. You lose one time. Look, you play Super Mario one time. The world is just a game. Look at this. The world and life is just a game, y'all. And you can play it as chess or you can play it as Crash Bandicoot. Because that's all these people that's doing this ride, and they just Crash Bandicoot. They're just running around destroying stuff, breaking stuff. Like for no reason, for no cause, for no just the stealing, this looting isn't going towards funding anything for black people. It's going towards funding towards. I'm not gonna put a. I'm not gonna say that it's going towards drugs or anything, but it's going towards selfish needs. But let's get back to it. I don't even know where I was at, y'all. That's how y'all know I be coming off the dome. But I'm gonna get back to the points. Look, teach me. Look, hurting yourself to help others. Let's keep on with that one. We hurt ourselves. We deny our self-preservation for the next person because what? We seek. There's thinking errors, right? Through life. This is something I learned through life. We have, there's thinking errors. If we can expunge these thinking errors, or if we can get ourselves out of this pattern of thinking, if you can change your pattern of thinking, if you change the way you think, you'll change the way you live, you'll change the way you eat, etc. Like anytime you make a choice in life, that choice affects the rest of your life. So if it's just like, I want to sit in the room with the light on versus off, or if it's something more serious, like I want to buy this house versus I want to rent, or if I want to buy this land versus I want to lease, or if I want to, etc. Like if I want to go to Walmart versus plant my own food, like every choice in life affects other people. Every choice in life affects the rest of your life. Like just remember that, y'all. You have to deal with your decisions in his life. That's what I was saying, that the only sin that's unforgivable is suicide. And why? And that's because heaven and hell is right here on earth. And you're punishing yourself. Like you put yourself in an eternal hell by killing yourself. Anything other than that, you will see heaven one day. Like that's what I'm saying. You have the, I'm starting to like when they flag me because it's letting me know when I'm hitting a sensitive point, when I'm coming across some information that I need to keep going on. And I was gonna say, bro, heaven and hell is right here on earth. We go through hell, heaven and hell, and we go back and forth through them continually. And if you look at the rich, if you look at the what they call the 1%, but they need to stop saying it's a 1%. There's more than 1% of the world that is living in heaven, that is enjoying and reaping the benefits off of the backs of a few. Like that's propaganda, and that is a misnomer, and we need to change the way we say that. That's not no 1%, 3%. No, that's a there's a large ruling faction, and that ruling faction is rich and living in heaven and bliss off of the backs of a lower working class. But yet, anytime that working class can say, I just don't want to be in your school of thought. Notice that the whole government, look, any government system around the world, and that's why even the guys who they put a eject button. They put a eject button, or if everything goes wrong, break this box. They put that in the Constitution for a reason. They say that anytime this government becomes tyrannical, you know what I'm saying, the people have the right to say we don't want it anymore. And that's in the Constitution. I don't want to build on that because I'm not with overthrowing the government. I'm not with no uncivilized manners. I'm just saying sometimes if you can see the box and recognize that you're in the box, how about you just step outside of it and stop trying to trying to make the box be something else that is not. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Y'all beating a dead horse. Like y'all trying to change something that ain't yours to change. Go start your own. Go manifest your own destiny. You're dealing with someone who tells you what it is. They call it manifest destiny. They came together in a mental hive. Let them keep flagging me. Let them keep flagging me, y'all. That means I'm hitting a sensitive point. They manifested their destiny. They said their destiny was to be the ruling class and to run the world, and they came over here and did it. When are we going to manifest our destiny instead of intruding on someone else's? Yeah, their destiny, they had to use the backs and necks and genitals and genetics of our people to get to their destiny. But when are we going to stop using that as a crutch? When are we going to stop behaving like they tell us to behave and like it's put in the media that we have to behave? When are we going to stop that and say, hey, it's time for, I want better for the people. I want black empowerment. Forget this black power. Y'all can have that. I want black empowerment. I want it to be in motion. ENT puts motion on it. But let's go. Let's go. I'm running out of time, man. My leg going to sleep. But I'm giving y'all as much as I can, man, for it. But it's a bunch more. So anyway, let's go. Hurting oneself to help others. Okay, let's go. Teach me how to fish. I don't even eat it. Okay. That's how it came to my mind. I said, teach me how to fish. I don't even eat it. It's just a statement. These are all statements, and then I'm building off of these statements. If y'all don't know, I'm just building off these statements. And so my next statement would be, teach me how to fish. I don't even eat it. And what does that mean? That statement, it relates to economy. It relates to business. It relates to a mental mind state of being a self-saver, self-preservation, and self-sustaining ourselves. That's what that is. So when I say, and I know y'all like, damn, Sebi, how you get that from that? Teach me how to fish. I don't even eat it. And that is a concept. So I say it's a statement, but you can call them concepts. So whenever y'all hear me say like, man, that person, my information, are they stealing my concepts? That's because this is how they are formed. And I'm, instead of saying people are stealing my stuff, I'm starting to let y'all see. So this is really background footage. I'm really letting y'all build with me while I'm creating the content. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm not worried about views. I haven't even shared the video yet. But look, it's hurting yourself to help others. Okay, teach me how to fish. I don't even eat it. And with that mental mind concept, I look at it like this. I'll define it like this. We need to be, instead of rioting, behaving like animals or releasing our, I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna stop saying behaving like animals. But instead of releasing this energy in a negative way, why aren't we releasing this energy in a positive way? Why aren't we taking this time of shelter in place and this time of quarantine to stimulate our minds, to learn new trades, to learn new skills, instead of participating in propaganda and participating in agent provocateurs started altercations? Like, just think about it. Just think about it. Like, why aren't we learning from these people? Like, think about it. Whenever a life dies, what dies with that is that being limited potential, and that, oh yeah, oh shit, I gotta go, I gotta give somebody a ride, man. But I'm try to run through this. But look, that concept, and I don't have to make long statements. I just enjoy this, so I keep on. I make them run on bills. But anyway, I'm just stating facts and getting them out the way. Supply and demand. What is in supply? What's in supply is misinformation. What's in supply is unrightly guidance. What's in supply, high quantity, is scammers, comedians, naysayers, unlike-minded people, non-free thinkers, bots, robots, skeptics, doubtful peoples, doubtful Thomases. That's what's in heavy supply, y'all. And who's have the most demand for it? It's us. People are demanding for misinformation. We want to be entertained. We want to be mollified. We want to be uneducated because that's what the culture calls for. That is what, to have high consciousness or to have conscious thought is being suppressed, y'all. So we got to know what's in supply and demand. So if you need a hustle, like that's what I'm saying, during this quarantine or during this pandemic, during this pandemic, y'all, like I said wrong on purpose. During this pandemic, though, if you want to hustle, I give y'all a free hustle. You want some revenue? You want some money? What do they call it? Reoccurring income. All these these funny names and these pretty names. Have residual income, and you want a stock to invest in misinformation. If you seeking worldly gains, like just invest in misinformation, because that's the biggest demand going on. Invest in being a scammer. Like, yeah, I'm just telling y'all like what's right. I ain't tell y'all what's wrong. I'm tell y'all what's right, whether y'all want to hear it or not. And the right thing is the right thing. If you seeking worldly gain, you seeking financial stability right now, invest in scams, invest in misinformation, invest in everything but right knowledge and right guidance. I'm telling you, like, if that's what you seek, like if you want a quick come up, if you want a quick money flip, invest in misinformation. Invest in let's go. Anytime I talk economics, y'all, anytime I talk money, they're gonna flag me. But look, let's go. Supply and demand. Okay. Real economics. Real economics is the mind. Period. The real economy is right here in the mind. The real economy and the real economical system is melanated mind, is the melanated people, is this brain. That is the biggest resource available, is your damn mind. They can have your melanin. And it's not even the buy or sell of a mind. It's the buy or sell of a moral compass, which they call a soul. So when you sell your soul, you're selling your morality. You're trading your morality card in for immorality. So you're trading your nature for unnatural state, and you're gonna live through a state of hell. But everybody's gonna see you rich, famous, and everything. So that's what selling soul is. Anyway, that's not even a point on this bill. Let's go. Real economics is the mind, though. That's the real economy. It's your mind, and that's why they're ruling it through false flags, misinformation, through instigation, etc. That's why they're ruling it. I gotta hurry up, y'all. I gotta go give somebody a ride. I'm gonna run through it real fast. The economy of self. That should be self-explanatory. The economy of self. If I say your mind is an economic system, your body is an economic system. Every you are the only resource on earth. Period. Nature is the only. I gotta build on that. Check it out. Nature is the only resource on earth. Period. You are nature. You are natural. You're just put in unnatural things. You're just taught to think unnatural. You're taught to behave unnatural. You're taught that natural is bad. So you don't realize that you are the only resource on this plane. Nothing else matters. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this trade and barter system, this slave system that they've built, this debt system, this checks and balance system, this mark of the beast system, this monetary system, y'all. That is the mark of the beast. Like, this system ain't the damn economy, y'all. Y'all are the economy. Realize that. Wake up and move accordingly. Okay, the economy itself. Look, the community itself. Get around like-minded people, man. People that think like. I ain't gonna butcher this bill, man. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it, man. I ain't gonna butcher it by trying to speed up. Man, I don't know what I was thinking. A bunch more points to make. I've been here for an hour, y'all. I gotta go. Pick someone up, y'all. I ran through some stuff, so let me sum it up. Let me sum it up for you. Those of y'all that missed, man. If you want, you can rewind this after I get off after I end the stream. This is the things we went over: false flags, built up energy, the fallacy of black power. I stand for black empowerment. All skin folks aren't kin folks. Different tribes. Everyone is a student. Everyone is a teacher. Being rightly guided. Intention is everything. The company you keep, hurting yourself to help others. Teach me how to fish. I don't even eat fish. Supply and demand, real economics, the economy itself, the community itself. And I'll come back with the rest of the bill later. But if you interested in any of those topics, just rewind this bill. I've been in here too long. Like, hey, you can't have your cake and eat it too, man. 20 just say, man, just use this time that you have at home, away from debt, away from jobs, away from this stress. You're sitting here wasting your life, wasting your time, wasting your potential. Stimulate your mind, man. If a person ain't giving you no conscious, unique thought from purely original thought, like, anybody can regurgitate information, but Not everybody has experienced things that they can share with others and glean wisdom. And a lot of people don't even know how to learn from their experiences, let alone have experiences to learn from. A lot of people are still on the porch. A lot of people are like a lot of people live to be 60, 70 years old. But I'm telling you where I'm from, the youth and the culture and background I come from, that we learning more in the first 12 years of our lives than we learning ever. Like, I don't see nothing but a bunch of old fools these days, to be honest. Like, the wise women and wise men of our time, our day and age, they're no more. Like, the youth are the holders of civilization. They're the holders of culture. They're the holders of of society. Like, y'all start, like, y'all gotta, we as the elders in the community, as adults, like, we gotta start cultivating these minds of the youth, or someone else is gonna do it. And that's period. That goes from your own home, and it goes to your community, that goes to everything. Like, this is a karmic thing. This is a karmic thing. So if we're not stepping outside of this karmic, anyway, I gotta go, y'all. I do this shit forever, but I love y'all. If you make sure you have your notification bells on all. I'll do the rest of this bill later. I'll say the notes. Peace. I love y'all. I love myself.